and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Agoa. On today's episode, we bring you highlights from the 2021 Agripreneurship Summit, which held in Shabo Farms in Kokona local government area of Nasarawa State on 17th August. The event was organized by the Association of Deans of Agriculture in Nigeria Universities, ADAN, Agripreneurship Academy, Nasarawa State University, KEFI, and International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA. The meeting was a dialogue with key stakeholders on the opportunities and challenges of the administration of programs, especially from development finance, governmental and international support to the agricultural sector and the youth. The National Youth Service Corps was also represented at the summit. But first, let us meet Abiodun Muda Shehu, the Assistant General Manager, News and Current Affairs, Independent Television, Benin City. He is an indigene of Ogun State and a graduate of Ogun State University. In 1992, he was deployed to Edo State for his NYSC service year. His exceptional performance during his service year earned him the Edo State Award for Outstanding Corps Member and an immediate employment with the State Broadcasting Service, EBS. For almost 3 decades now, Abiodun has made a life in Edo State and enjoys a thriving career. Let us meet him.
I came to Edo State for the first time as a member of the National Youth Service Corps. I graduated from Ogun State University in 1992, and I was posted to Edo State for my 1-year National Youth Service. And that was how I came to Edo State. At the camp, I was in charge of the outside broadcasting service, that is the OBS. I was the one that was setting it up. I was the one that recruited my fellow corpers to start the broadcast service, where we gave out news. After camp, I was posted to Edo Broadcasting Service. That is the Edo State government-owned television and radio station. And there, I handled NYSC Half Hour, in addition to working in the news department as an editor. I equally anchored a current affairs program. The CLO that time, Call Liaison Officer of Oredo, needed to be changed. So the director then, his name is Mr. John Abuere, invited me to the secretariat and told me that I should be the CLO for Oredo that time, in addition to my job at Edo Broadcasting Service. During our time, I think that was the era of the military president, Ibrahim Babangida. They organized a national corpers forum. That was a gathering where corpers from all over the country gathered to find solutions or to proffer solutions to the problems of Nigeria. This one was held in Oshogbo, Osun State. I represented Edo State. The script that I presented that time, I wrote it. And after the project, I was later informed by the state director that the Abuja office gave Edo State NYSC Secretariat commendation, a letter of commendation for what we did at that forum. And there have been many other areas in terms of publicity for NYSC that I was providing for them in EBS, on radio and on television. From time to time, whenever there was need for any news item from NYSC, I didn't shy away from that. I took these items to EBS, that's Edo Broadcasting Service, for radio, for TV. After the youth call, I won the State Honors Award as the best copper that time. And as a way of compensating me, the Edo State government, under the leadership of His Excellency Chief John Odige Oyegun, gave me an automatic employment for winning the award that year. And since then, I've been in Benin.
Abiodun today considers Edo State home and the people of the state his people.
I am not from Edo State. I'm actually a citizen of Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State. I came to Edo State to serve, and after my service here, I was given an employment opportunity, and I got married here. I have children here, and I've been here since 1992 to date. I can tell you that Edo State is good for me, and that is why I'm telling you that I'm a good example of a product of national integration. From Ogun State, I came to Edo State, I got married to Edo State indigene. What better example is there for national integration?
He considers the NYSC SAID program a necessary intervention in the empowerment of core members to become employers of labor and wealth creators.
It is a good development because the system, that is the Nigerian educational system, is churning out too many graduates that are having problems in securing employment opportunities. So if they are trained to be self-reliant, the country will be better for it, the individuals themselves will benefit from it, and the country will be a better place for all of us.
Abiodun remains grateful to the NYSC for the opportunity to reach out from his comfort zone and fulfill his potential.
I have to let you know that I've always done my best to identify with the NYSC. Anytime they call upon me, I do anything within my own capacity, what I can do to at least contribute my small quota to the activities of the NYSC wherever I'm called upon. Because if not for NYSC, I'm not sure I will be in Edo State today, and I'm not sure I will be in this position today. I will probably be somewhere else, doing something else. But because of the experience I gathered from the NYSC, I find myself in this position as God has ordained it to be. Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
A beautiful story of excellence and national integration right there. We move on to the 2021 Agripreneurship Summit. The summit was aptly convened to support post-COVID-19 economic recovery and the evolution of critical mass of agripreneurs that will stimulate productivity-led growth in the agricultural sector. Come with us. Senator Abdullahi Adamu, CON, Chairman, Senate Committee on Agriculture, emphasized the need for partnerships and commitment in support of the incubation of agri-businesses.
These incubation centers that we want to set up, over and above empowering the universities, the Department of Agriculture, we have to find a way of mopping young people outside the university and see how we can aggregate them along with it so that we can broaden the catchment area for this youth.
Representative of the Central Bank of Nigeria highlights government's effort in providing financial opportunities for agripreneurship development and post-COVID-19 recoveries for Nigerian youth.
Prior to COVID-19 pandemic, the Central Bank of Nigeria had restricted foreign exchange provision for importation of food items and complemented this policy with other policies that created workable ecosystems that facilitated seamless flow of funds along the agricultural value chain. As at August 13, 2021, over 700 billion has been disbursed to over 3.8 million farmers, cultivating 4.7 million hectares along 21 commodities through 21 participating financial institutions in 36 states and the FCT. As at today, over 111 billion has been disbursed to over 29,000 beneficiaries.
The Director General of the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture shared lessons and perspectives from the flagship program of the Africa Development Bank and IITA for greater participation by Nigerian youth.
In my tenure as the Director General, we pioneered a Youth in Agriculture initiative known as the IITA Youth Agripreneurs, IA. There were several reasons why we invested in the youth. One, the average age of our farmers in sub-Saharan Africa is about 60 years, suggesting that if we do not all this trend, we may not have farmers to produce food. We at IIT have taken the lead to show the possibilities of engaging youth in agriculture, and we are willing to partner and share our model and experiences to the global community. I would like here to specifically thank our long-term partners such as the World Bank, the African Development Bank, as well as several donor countries, including Nigeria. It is because of them that more than 200 international scientists working in about 15 countries across the continent remain active.
Nasa Mohilari, the Director, NYSC Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Program, provides insight on the training of core members in agriculture and agro-allied enterprises.
What we are having here today is Agripreneurship Summit, which is organized by ADAN. That is the acronym for Association of Deans of Agriculture in Nigerian Universities, in collaboration or partnership with the International Institute for Tropical Agriculture. And as you can see, beyond these two organizations, the attendance has been varied. Policy makers, including ministers of government, Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State and his commissioners, then parastatals that are involved with agriculture, private sector, including agricultural finance institutions like you can see, the Central Bank, the NISAL, and all other related institutions. So it's a motley variety of institutions that can make agriculture thrive. And what is the relationship with the NYSC? NYSC is turning out young graduates who have taken to agriculture as agripreneurs. They need to be exposed to the biggest players in the agri sector. There are potentials that we will go forward from here and continue to interact with these institutions. Already we are discussing terms for partnership going forward from here, especially in the area of training. Indeed, this institution, which is the host, has an agricultural institute where they are training young agri entrepreneurs. We are already discussing a partnership possibility to help us train core members in all sectors of agriculture. You can see this is a large farm establishment consisting of agrarian part as well as animal husbandry, including fish farming. So it's a very large establishment, and they have hostels. So we're already talking with His Excellency, the chairman and proprietor of the facility, for the possible incorporation of the training of corps members in this same institution.
Over the years, the NYSC has trained thousands of corps members in agriculture and agro-allied enterprises. Qualified corps members receive loans to start up agricultural businesses. Some of the beneficiaries who exhibited at the summit had this to say.
My name is Sunday Oguche, and I'm from Kogi State. I was fortunate to have served in the Federal Capital Territory, and during my service here in the orientation camp at the NYSC orientation camp in FCT, I was opportuned to be trained under the Agro-Allied Skill Acquisition. Having been done with the skill acquisition training, I was fortunate to be one of the maiden participants of the WAP program. WAP stands for War Against Poverty, which is a collaboration between the National Youth Service Corps and the MDG's Office of the Presidency. Now, having acquired our skills in agro-allied, we're given a startup fund without interest of 300,000. Now, that may amaze you, but I started my agricultural enterprise with this little startup fund, which was quite a lot for me. Now, I've been able to establish my farm. I'm an agro-entrepreneur and the CEO of 12 Gates Farm and Agro-Allied Services. Today, we found ourselves on this platform, which is the Agripreneurship Summit. Today, I'm here with some of my live products. By my right here, you can see these are African giant snails that are very eatable and very healthy and very nutritional. Now, next to them, we have the California white breeds of rabbits. We brought them here to be able to showcase some of the things that we do on 12 Gates Farm. Now, it's been very impactful for me, for instance, to be fortunate to be on this Agripreneurship Summit, because it's my hope and expectation that I'm going to be able to meet a lot of networks here. I'm going to meet prospective investors, and it's my desire that other Nigerian youths can also emulate what we're doing in the agripreneur line or sector per se.
NYSC posted me in Sokoto State. I served in Sokoto in the year 2016, and from a side department of NYSC, there was a training camp that we undergone, and from there we caught the spirit of entrepreneurship. I was lucky enough to get BOI loan, that GF program, 2 million naira, and I'm not where I want to be though, but then I'm still satisfied with the level I am right now. So I think I'm loving it.
I'm a beneficiary of the program, the NYSC BOI GF fund, and I was empowered with 1.9 million naira. Settlement Farms into poultry farming, rice processing and packaging. We have two different brands. We have Havila rice and we have Boon rice. We are also into pepper soup spice making. We are into curry powder making and also into our chili making. All these were grown on the farm, hand-picked and carefully selected. We actually have done all these following all the HACCP rules, and our products are up for sales, and also we are into exportation. All thanks to the support of the SAID program and the funds we got from BOI GF.
I'm a beneficiary of SAID from NYSC National Headquarters, Abuja, and also lucky to have gotten the Bank of Industry loan in 2017. And with the passion I have for farming and giving the necessary training during our SAID program during my service here, I decided to go into farming, knowing well that farmers are doing well in my locality, across River State, especially in fish farming. And thank God that with this skill I've acquired, I've really weathered the storm, and I'm doing well for myself. I want to thank the NYSC, especially the SAID department, for giving us a platform in which we are now CEO of our own.
Prince Momo Mohammed, the director, NYSC Ventures, highlights the contribution of the NYSC to agripreneurship in Nigeria.
The reception to the agro products that the scheme brought and the one brought by the scheme's agripreneurs was very, very massive. People were surprised that the scheme is involved in so many ventures, and they are not aware of it. And we use the platform to sensitize them, and then they also collected our contacts. Some of them want to sustain the patronage of our product. Our water, rice, bread, gari, and other things were massively patronized. And we thank God for that. And the scheme has used this summit to further let the public know the things we are doing, the platform we are creating for the core members, the network we are building for the schemes, agripreneurs, the opportunities we are creating for the Nigerian youths to be job creators rather than be job seekers. Since 2012, we have been involved in SAID, and this has created a lot of opportunities for core members in the pursuit of their post-service livelihoods. And the scheme has repositioned and reinvigorated its different platforms to serve as training platforms for core members who are interested in the different ventures that we are involved in, like the NYSC Bakery, the NYSC Water Factory, the feed mill in Lagos, the rice mill in Ebonyi State, and the different mega farms that we have in different parts of Nigeria. And we are equally working with partners to create, to expand the opportunities for core members to tap into, so that at the end of their patriotic service to the nation, they can go home fulfilled that they have something to take up immediately after their national service.
Some participants at the summit commended the contributions of the NYSC to agricultural development in the country.
The NYSC keying into the agripreneurship by introduction of various production processes, what we call a downstream sector, by practical application of what they have learned, implies that the future is here with us. And I commend them by what I've seen. And I pray that the government should be drawn, the Minister of Agriculture, his attention should be drawn into these various production processes set up by the NYSC with a view to assisting them with increase in production. I tell you, the NYSC members who are graduates in their various areas of specialization could do well because they are fresh from the universities, and adding their experience into production processes could trigger quite a lot of what I call it development in the economy, creating jobs, not relying on government, burdening the government in creating employment for them, but developing themselves and creating jobs for others, and also increasing the GDP.
Those corpers who have now established themselves in an agricultural practice and in other fields of endeavors that the NYSC can provide for them and opens their horizons to, you are taking them away from the unemployment market, and most of them will soon be employers of labor. So I believe that what the NYSC is doing is trying to make sure that they now make the youth corpers to have skills that enable them to live a life away from unemployment. And it's commendable. It's something that I encourage the NYSC to continue doing.
We are appreciative of our engaging NYSC as one of our principal partners in this objective, because of the fact that you have shown consistency in your engagement in the agri sector and in the development of the capacities of the NYSC corpus to be more entrepreneurial, to be more resourceful, to move more beyond the idea of post-NYSC. We're going to look for white-collar jobs. This is the reason why we have partnered with NYSC. I want to put on record our gratitude to the Director General of NYSC, who has been consistent, has kept in touch with this activity from the beginning to this point. We are also happy with the delegation from NYSC They have also not just brought themselves, they also are able to showcase the activities of the Entrepreneurship Center of the NYC and the activities of their youth corpus. They are already showing commitment to being very resilient and be more independent.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
The National Youth Service Corps is committed to ensuring reliable access to sufficient quantity of affordable and nutritious food in the country. This is why Corps members are supported to build capacity in agriculture and agro-allied enterprises through trainings and provisions of soft loans. We will be right back.
On the news today, the paramount ruler of the Tiv Nation, Tiv, Professor James Ayatse, has promised to support the proposed National Youth Service Corps Trust Fund. Ayatse made this promise at his place in Boko while receiving the NYSC Benue State Coordinator, Mr. Abe Dankaro, and his management staff who paid him a courtesy visit. He admonished Corps members to interact freely with residents of their host communities, describing the residents of Boko as hospitable and caring, but warned that they must be security conscious at all times. Earlier, the Benue State Coordinator, Mr. Abe Dankaro, appealed to the monarch to persuade the state governor to complete the multipurpose hall at the NYSC orientation camp in Wanune, which is already at the roofing stage.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for investing your time with us on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. We always love to hear from you. Please write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and I assure you, we will write back. Remember, the safety of Corps members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Agonwa. Stay safe.